Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This is exercise of the farewell sermon which I had explained in my previous lecture. How to attempt the questions, comprehension questions given in the exercise. Your question number 1 is, which is given in your book. When and where did the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam delivered his last sermon? And your answer is, the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam delivered his last sermon on the 9th day of Zulhijjah, 9th day of Zulhijjah, 10 AH. In bracket you have to write 632 CE. CE stands for Common Era, in the Urana valley of Mount Arafat, and in bracket you will write which is situated in Makkah. At the end of his first and last pilgrimage to Makkah. What was the occasion? At the end of his first and last pilgrimage to Makkah. This is how you have to write the answer. The Holy Prophet Sallam delivered his last sermon on the 9th day of Zulhijjah, 10 AH, 632 CE, in bracket, in the Urana valley of Mount Arafat in Makkah, at the end of his first and last pilgrimage to Makkah. Now your question number 2 is, whom did the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam ask to repeat the sermon sentence by sentence after him, and why? आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने किससे कहा था कि वो उनके खुतबे को लफ्ज़ बा लफ्ज़ उनके बाद दोहराएं, और क्यों कहा था? The Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had to address a crowd of over 1,20,000 pilgrims. The reason was that it was a huge crowd of 1,20,000 pilgrims, and his voice could not reach out to all those who were present. It was a huge crowd, and the voice of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam could not reach out to every one of them who were present there. He therefore asked Rabah ibn Umayyah ibn Khalaf, who was known to have a loud voice, जिनकी आवाज़ बहुत ऊंची थी, जो अपनी ऊंची आवाज़ की वजह से मशहूर थे, who was known to have a loud voice, to repeat the sermon after him sentence by sentence so that everyone could hear. He says that the Holy Prophet Sallam's voice could not reach to every one of the assembled people, as it was a huge crowd of 1,20,000 pilgrims. So he asked Rabah ibn Umayyah ibn Khalaf, who was known to have a loud voice, to repeat the sermon after him sentence by sentence so that everyone could hear. This is how you have to write the answer of this question. Your question number 3 is, state in your own words, what did the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam say about the sanctity of the life and property of Muslim brethren. Sanctity means sacredness. The Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam compared the sanctity of the life and property of every Muslim with the sanctity of the month of Zulhijjah, the day of Hajj, and the holy city of Makkah. As he himself said that, O people, just as you regard this month, this day, and this city as sacred, so regard the life and property of every Muslim as a sacred trust. Therefore, he compared the sanctity of the life and property of every Muslim with the sanctity of the month of Zulhijjah, the day of Hajj, and the holy city of Makkah. He said that the life and property of every Muslim is a sacred trust. Therefore, return the goods to its rightful owner and hurt no one. The property should belong to its rightful owner, and we should hurt no one because every life is precious. This is how you have to write the answer to this question. Your question number 4 is, what did the Holy Prophet ﷺ instruct the people with regard to their women? What did he teach them as far as their women are concerned? And your answer is, the Holy Prophet ﷺ instructed the people that they have certain rights with regard to their women. But their women also have rights over them at the same time. He reminded them that they have taken them as their wives only under Allah's trust and with His permission. They should be fed and clothed with kindness and affection. He advised them to treat their women well as they are their partners and committed helpers. This is how you have to write this answer. Now, your question number 5 is, what did the Holy Prophet ﷺ say about the superiority of one individual over another? He says that the Holy Prophet ﷺ stressed upon the equality of human beings, that all men are equal in the eyes of Allah. He said that all mankind are from Adam and Eve, and Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor a non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. Semicolon. Also, a white has no superiority over a black, nor does a black have any superiority over a white except by piety and good action. He said that every Muslim is a brother to every other Muslim, and that the Muslims constitute one brotherhood. This is how you have to write this answer. Your question number 6 is, what did he say about Khatme Nabuwwat? And your answer is, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said to the assembled people that he is the last prophet of Allah and no prophet will come after him. He said, now you people have to quote the words of the Holy Prophet ﷺ regarding Khatme Nabuwwat, as he said that, O people, no prophet or apostle shall come after me, and no new faith shall be born. Inverted commas close. The process of appointing prophets and messengers by Allah has been terminated and sealed. His prophethood will continue until the day of judgment. This is, he said, about Khatme Nabuwwat. Now your question number 7 is, what did the Holy Prophet ﷺ ask the people towards the end of the sermon? And your answer is, the Holy Prophet ﷺ first of all put the responsibility over the assembled people to convey his words to others who were not listening to him. Directly, and this should go on from generation to generation till the day of judgment. Then he asked them if he had fulfilled his mission of conveying Allah's message to them. And all the people replied in one voice, O Prophet of Allah, yes. This is how you have to answer the comprehension questions given in the exercise of the farewell sermon by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, dear students, how will you write the summary of the farewell sermon? Summary. The farewell sermon of the Holy Prophet ﷺ is one of the most inspiring sermons to be read. It consists of some golden principles to lead a successful life. The Holy Prophet ﷺ delivered his last sermon on the 9th day of Zulhijjah, 10A8, 632 CE in the Urana valley of Mount Arafat at the end of his first and last pilgrimage to Makkah. He said that the lives and properties of every Muslim are a sacred trust. Therefore, the goods should be returned to their rightful owners. First of all, you will mention this, that the lives and properties of every Muslim are a sacred trust. Therefore, the goods should be returned to their rightful owners.